been very interesting to watch, would I? You know? Pokemon's a lifestyle. I play Pokemon cards, I play TCG a lot, but I haven't actually played a Pokemon game in a long time. Scarlet and Violet kind of sucked. I didn't even play the DLC, it was that bad. So, I don't really play a lot of other games at all, honestly. I play RuneScape. Pretty much the only other thing I play on a regular basis. Alright. What's the Tempest Rising Invitational? That's this tournament right now. It's not the Tempest Rising Invitational, it's the !TR Invitational. And if you guys just so happen to type !TR in the chat during this event and find out about the Tempest Rising new patch going live in a few minutes time, alongside the chance to play multiplayer and a sale as well, well, I mean, that's just good fortune. I guess that's just good naming of the tournament. You know? Yeah, we're going to be streaming Tempest Rising later, and I just using this little 4-player invitational as a way to get views before that, so I had nothing better to name it than !TR. Alright, let's actually move around the map a little bit, shall we? Or should I say, put ourselves on the indie camera. But yeah, you can !TR in Twitch or the YouTube chat as well. We even have commands in YouTube chat nowadays. So yeah, you can !TR. You can, if you buy Tempest Rising through the link that comes up there, if you are interested in the RTS that's inspired by Command & Conquer, we'll be playing it on stream in a little bit. If you are interested in that, if that sounds exciting to you, then buy it through my link, and it benefits the stream, and it allows us to run more StarCraft 2. Sponsorships, one of the main ways that we help to support the content that we run and the tournaments that we run. Obviously, you guys do a lot of supporting yourselves and so on, but you know, we do use the sponsors as a major way to fund things. So, and believe it or not, when the sponsors see the streams go well, when they see people clicking the link and checking out the game from our link and potentially buying the game from our link, they're like, whoa, we should really sponsor this guy again in the future. We should do more we should get Woody to play more Tempest Rising on stream. Which means that I can run even more StarCraft 2 for you guys on stream. It's a great system where basically, even just clicking the link, even if you guys go to the link and just wishlist the game, then they're like, whoa, people are taking interest in the game from Wardy. And then they really think the sponsorship is worthwhile, and then they'll allow us to run more StarCraft in the future by paying me more. So, go give it a click. It's super easy. If you actually like RTS, it's pretty fun. Like I said, it's very Command & Conquer-y, so if you're into that, it might be something for you guys to check out. Like I said, we'll be playing it a little bit later on. We'll be playing some multiplayer. Last time we played some campaign. This time we're going to play some multiplayer. I'm sure this is going to go disastrously. I cannot wait to figure out that I basically can't do anything in that game, but we're going to give it our best shot. So yeah, that'll be a little bit later on. We'll actually be playing it on stream rather than me just selling out about it right now. Queen's going to fight the Adept. Some damage being done. A couple Queen's Ling speed coming online. We got the Spore Crawls coming through too. Twilight Council in the Gateway building. Warp Gate on the way. Oracle is on the way up also, so we bring that straight through. Another little revelation goes down. Queens are going to get grabbed. We'll just be seeing the Queen continue to step out and about. So, again, a little bit of action, a little bit of movement here and there. See the Nexus and the Oracle continue to come through for the moment, so we bring that straight up and online. Resonating Glaive's the choice from MaxPax. I kind of like it. Mixes it up a little bit, get some aggression going early in this series. We'll see what Reynor's defense can be. I've seen Reynor play a lot of very good defense against Glaives lately, but obviously every game comes down to identifying that's happening first of all. He's playing melee, which obviously is not exactly ideal when you're playing against Glaives. You do not want to be Ling focused against those Adepts, so that is an immediate problem perhaps for Reynor in these early stages. So one thing to, again, kind of latch onto and to think about right from the get-go here is that Oracle nearly goes down. The 2 Oracles in the game, losing one would be a little bit of a shame. Again, melee upgrade and those drones are still building through. Nexus Gateway coming online. Drone's going to come across, drop down the hatchery. And again, our melee upgrade. continue to come about right there. The lag coming through, the drones and the zerglings coming about, the queen on the way. Oracle's going to set up into the main, where they're just going to drop down a little revelation. Keep an eye on things. Still got that melee upgrade coming through. Queen coming online. Additional overlords coming up as well. So again, we bring that into play as the Lings looking for a wraparound on the first two Adepts. The Queen's going to be here to help support. This is a moment in this game where we are just on Zerglings, so it's Queen-Ling defense right now. Melee upgrade is not ready yet either, so we're not even on like powerful Zerglings just yet. The Adepts are going to commit into that mineral line though. Lots of Queens nearby. Do not like that at all from MaxPax. The Lings can surround. The Queens are going to do a lot of damage. Honestly, a lot of the time, Queens being able to damage those Adepts does a lot more than you think. We do get an okay Stasis Sword down, but it comes at the cost of the Oracle. Those Adepts are shading back to nowhere, and MaxPax has just completely fumbled this attack. The opportunity was there for a good initial attack in, and it is just being completely lost in terms of opportunity. And that is going to be a major defense from Reynor, putting himself into a great position here in this opening game of this best of 3. Yeah, that was disastrous from MaxPax, plain and simple. Like, that should have been so much better. That could have been so much better, so much cleaner, and it just was not, unfortunately. That one is going to come in and kind of, like I say, just kind of roll across the ground and fizzle out. Not what you wanted as MaxPax, especially when, like I say, the initial build order was in your favor as well. Like, the build was absolutely the way it was looking to be, you know? The +1 coming through. The storm is coming up. That's going to fight. Queen's going to take some damage. It's going to be seeing the Spire. What's the choice from Reynor to follow up? So he's got that Spire available now. Can he get some mutas out and make some action happen with them? It's another big round of Adepts here. The Rotron's still not yet done. This time the Adepts get into this mineral line. I mean, it's just a lot more Adepts than I think Reynor was expecting to come through on a second wave. He's going to start building mutas. Took a little while to get that started up. He only loses a couple of drones, but it does cost him a fair amount of Zerglings here to play defense. He does defend, though. Like, all of these Adepts do go down. As MaxPax is taking this as a time to begin building Phoenix and to begin to get a defense against the Phoenix, against the Mutalisks, with those Phoenix now coming out. So getting that up and running. Storm coming through, the Phoenix on the way. I think there's a lot of good stuff coming through here very soon from MaxPax. He's still very Adept heavy, but as Reynor has the ability to make roaches now, I feel like the Adept production should maybe slow a little bit, although we don't have roach speed still. Those couple of Phoenix are going to be here. Reynor can kind of try and jump on them, but not all his mutants are here just yet. A second Stargate coming up as I think MaxPax is making the right call. He's realizing that Reynor might want to go big on these mutas and keep building them, in which case a second Stargate, a Fleet Beacon, these are absolutely brilliant investments because they are going to help you out so very much. Keep on pushing you in the right direction early on. Let's get rid of a couple of Zerglings. Still some mutas coming about. Baneling Nest coming over. Phoenix is going to be right there. The Archon's going to fire. Mutas get pushed back the other way. Another battery. A couple cannons. Still very much so coming through for the moment as the couple of Phoenix continue to build as well. So we're still bringing that out. The Muta's going to go back over to that left-hand side. Phoenix is going to be right there. Just going to be seeing the Mutas taking a few shots. Corruptors still on the way out as we've got a Baneling Nest. Lings, Overlords, all producing for the moment. Adept's going to fire a few more shots, and the Zerglings take a little bit more damage. Plus 2 in charge, still very much so on the way out. Stargate, Phoenix, another cannon on the way through. And a lot of that produced as we just have the infestation bit halfway done as well. The Lings are running by past that watchtower for a couple of moments. The mutas, Lings and Corruptors gather up. And there's going to be a Zealot right there as well that we can that we see just kind of running past for a couple of moments. Muta Corruptor once more is going to go up that left-hand side. It's just going to go on a little bit of a journey up the left here. It's going to dive on through. Cannon going to get jumped on as well. Phoenix going to fire. A couple meters going down. Corruptor's going to be right there to push the Phoenix back the other way. 6 probes going down. A couple of drones falling. Obviously, the Corruptors to zone the Phoenix are great. And if we can take this fight against the Phoenix consistently with the Corruptors, then that is brilliant. We're trying to camp out at an interesting position. I'll talk about that in a sec, because this fight's going to come through. First Storm, second Storm were okay, but just not enough. Extra Storms would have been great. Now these Banes are going to find a chunk of probes. We panic pull them away. MaxPax's supply is going in the wrong direction. It's going downwards, and believe it or not, guys, usually in StarCraft 2, the goal is to get your own supply on the up. As, yeah, what I was going to talk about in this main base is that he's trying to camp on the pylons on the Stargate, so that the ideal scenario here would likely be to just depower the Stargate and stop further Phoenix production. By being on top of those, you're forcing the Phoenix to attack into you, because MaxPax feels the need to protect those structures. They're important to him. So it was a really good position for Reynor to be in to force the fight, and that's why MaxPax was, again, forcing the fight. When the ship shows up, it's interesting because we might eventually need to actually build some more Corruptors in this game. In a game which is kind of going to be dominated by the ground nav from Reynor, and he has a Spire, but he may not be able to really justify building a load of Corruptors just to deal with the mothership, especially when there's so many Phoenix out too. Like, it's kind of weird, as these mutas will go down. We are just building the Hydras. I think I kind of like that. The Phoenix can still trade against them, but I think the Hydras might just be a better choice at this stage rather than trying to build Corruptors up. I mean, Reynor just has so much. MaxPax obviously lost that base on the left side, so he's a 3-base Protoss. He's had a lot of probes killed off. It was like 30+ workers just recently killed. Reynor should be fairly aware of that. I mean, Reynor's been on the other side of the map. He's just cleaned up an army at home as well. Reynor should know pretty much where he's at currently in this game. And apparently so does MaxPax as he types GG, and Reynor will take the down a game in the bottom left-hand corner. We are going to be having ourselves with a red Protoss player. This is MaxPax. And he is, of course, battling against the blue Zerg. In the top right-hand side, it is Reynor. Alright, probe just patrolling around, getting the gas coming up. We have blocked the hatchery and forced it to the third location. We're going to go into the main base to double check. That's not an early pool or anything, and that's why the hatchery is missing. So that should be confirmation the hatch has gone down elsewhere instead, because there is no pool in this main base. It is just going to be hatch gas, then the spawning pool from Reynor. So yeah, MaxPax with that early confirmation. Can you find the replays somewhere? Replays for this tournament will go up on the subscriber/Patreon pledger kind of uploads on either Patreon or in the Discord channel, on the Discord server. It'll be going up soon. Probably tomorrow I'll do a bunch of admin work because I owe you guys a replay pack. I was going to do a few days ago and I started feeling not so good, so yeah. These replays will be in the usual pack, but we only give them out to, like I say, paid subscribers, etc. One of the benefits of supporting the StarCraft is that you get some extra access to the StarCraft. How do you get the 20% off on Tempest Rising? I believe, Swilly, it's just not live yet. Because officially the update... Well, I thought the update was going to go live 10 minutes ago, but maybe it's in like 50 minutes. But yeah, I would imagine it's just not live yet, Swilly, so... If you want to give it a little bit of time, a little bit of wait... It's because I have the command ready, and my official stream time for the sponsorship isn't for another hour and a half or so, you know, so... I imagine it'll be available at some point. Soon. TM. Like I said, I thought it was going to be like 12 minutes ago, but I just checked and there's no update yet, so I'm really hoping it's in like at the very latest in like an hour, because otherwise it's going to be kind of awkward. I'm doing our sponsored stream on the unupdated version of the game. But we'll see. There's a 4.6 gigabyte update at the minute. Oh, well. It's probably in process of being set up. There we go. Yo, this Ish MZ, thank you so much for the Prime sub as well. Thank you for supporting the channel today, as we have a couple of adepts splitting themselves up and poking around. Hatchery building, link speed about to complete, drones, queen coming through. Get a gate and a couple of probes coming about. The Oracle is coming about as well. Still got that warp gate coming over. The Zerglings are going to go and run across here too, as the couple of adepts pull back down to the third base, set themselves up for the moment. A couple of adepts going to shade again. Nexus going to drop into place. Let's just have, well, a few more lings back out onto the map, heading toward that upper right-hand side. Going to continue to see what else is going on. So the Nexus is going to come into place. MaxPax bringing that up onto the third here. We have a couple of spores in production. The Adepts are going to shade through. The Oracle is going to go through onto the Natural as well. And the Zergling is going to move back up into the main. Two drones, 3 lings. Pretty good defense, right? Not letting that get to be too serious early in the game. A very key part of kind of getting to the next stage of this ZvP without being in too much trouble. A couple of Adepts going to get whacked away out there by the Queens. The Adepts getting chased back the other side. The Oracle's still gathering up. I was going to say, the Lings can jump on these Adepts, but it's going to come at the cost of quite a few Lings because the Oracles are there to play the defense as well. Stalker's Adept, the Oracle still continue to move across, so going to take a few steps over. More Revelation coming down. A couple of creep teamers getting picked away at right now. Again, Ling's coming up, melee upgrade, the Lair, the Queen continue to come through for the moment as the Queen's going to be there, pushing the Adept around as well still. So with the +1 and Blink coming over, the probes are coming up. A couple of pylons building as we speak. Just see again the army heading to the top side for the moment as we get in position. Try and make something happen toward this hatchery. Ling's going to come running across. Ling's going to get caught in a stasis. I'm going to start hitting a few of these Queens, and again, damage being done already. As Ling's continuing to run forward, the Stalkers stepping back again. +1 Blink coming through, the Temple Archives coming over. We have ourselves the next stasis ward coming up as well. A couple of Lings going to get up to that top side, and they will pop a stasis ward there too. Just a couple more Lings getting caught. Can actually recall away with the rest of these units and just escape out of there. As the Stalkers get back to the other side of the map, still Ling's going to come chasing. Again, the +1 attack, the charge coming through. The Stalkers will kite and get another Zergling as we go. Hydrogen coming up, Infestation Pit building as well. Melee upgrade about to complete. Charge and Storm in production currently from MaxPax. So just getting those both on the way out. The +2 attack upgrade coming up as well. And extra gates all coming into play right now as we just have the Lings looking for a chance to dive into this mineral line. Like Templar going to be in a little bit of trouble. The probes are getting absolutely slaughtered. 7 workers going down. Nice run by from Reynor, who just gets in, gets damage, gets out with Lings as well, which is really nice because it means you're still maintaining some of that supply to come in again at a later point. So it's not something you can just forget about as MaxPax. As these Stalkers have blinked and these Lings are going to get a wrap around here. The Oracles have to come back up over here to help, but even more Lings showing up, and these Stalkers do end up in some trouble. Love these Lings peeling away, preemptively looking for the catch on the next blink back. That's a lot of Stalkers that just ended up surrounded and taking a ton of hits. That's the power of the melee upgrades as Reynor is shredding through the Stalkers. Storm and Charge coming up, +2 attack is going to be on the way. Did you see on the other side from Reynor, the Lurker, Dan, and Hive both building into place still. Additional drones coming up as well. +2 melee, Hydra speed. mean, just in general, everything looking good for Reynor. He's going to get his tech through to Lurkers without any pressure coming his way now because he's dealt with that Stalker army. So the Stalker's pushed back. That's going to be a reset. Just pulling back. Hydra's going to come through. Going to go and get one of the Oracles. So a little mistake from MaxPax leaving that exposed. And that's one Oracle less to stasis with and to revelate with, right? Oracle's such useful units. Anytime you lose one in these later stages, it's absolutely going to have a little bit of an impact. There's a chunk of spines coming up as the Lurkers come in. So we've seen our +2 melee, the adrenal glands coming up, the seismic spines coming online. And +2 attack just building on that forge currently as the prism and the fleet beacon will come up next. The Nexus is also going to be on the way through for the moment. +2 attack finishing very shortly, and the Overseer checking out into the main base to see what else is going on. Kings and the Queen going to grab at that Zealot. Status coming down. He's going to be seeing the rest of the High Tempest continue to move about as well. Still got adrenal glands coming through. So that's going to go charging in toward the Queen. And obviously there are spines coming up here to help against run-bys just like this one. Trying to storm from every angle, as that's where Reynor was attacking from. The stasis is nice. None of the Lurkers are really getting too involved here. They're a little bit too far away, but I think it was still an okay fight for Reynor. He got rid of a lot of stuff. Still deflecting the Zealots, but maybe into the natural they can find some more opportunity. Reynor will have reinforcements popping very soon, though. He has lost a couple of Queens at this point. I wonder if that's going to infect his injects at all, as that High Temple was with those Zealots, and it will get surrounded. Storms a few units down as it falls itself. Supply going to be leading for Reynor currently, which is not surprising. It's kind of how it's been. That's going to be a little bit more in his favor than it was before, especially with Lurkers coming out. His army is just getting that much better as well. So Reynor just improving and improving to a better and better position right now. The Storm coming down, the Lurkers taking some shots. Lings are going to try and come through. A couple cannons are setting up defensively as well. Let's see if Zealot's going to try and get back up to that top side, as we do have the Lings looking for the possible wraparound. Another Storm coming into place, and again those Lurkers are going to hold position. That Nexus can take a few more shots. The Zealots are going to try and run through up to the top side. The Queen's going to be there. A couple of Hydras are going to be there as well to try and help out with this. As the Lings do wrap around, and again a few more of those Zealots continue to get picked away at. More Zealots continue to come over. We do have more Hydras on the way up, but the Lurkers already sieging on the other side. This is a fourth base of MaxPax that is in a ton of trouble. That fourth will be falling in the next few moments. Plus one air weapons coming about, but it's not going to be soon enough. One Tempest isn't going to make a difference. Two Tempests probably not going to make a difference. You get a few more and maybe we're talking, but by then, I think Reynor might have already overwhelmed. He's killing the base in the forward position as well on that top side. So as this tries to come online to be a replacement fourth, it will be denied. It will be a no-go. And Reynor is about to have a Lurker surround on his opponent's army. He's maybe just missing a little bit of anti-air to truly get rid of like the Tempest and so on. We'll see the Mothership popping the cloaking is going to turn Reynor away for just a second or two as he still looks to get the full siege set up right now. A few more Lings and Hydras running in. Here come the Overseers as well, so the Lurkers are going to hit a bit more actively onto that cloaked up army, which is going to fade in a second or two anyway. Time War coming down as well, trying to slow the right side of the attack. MaxPax in desperation mode, just trying to hang on in there and figure something out. The Cyber Core was under fire. He's going to leave that alone. We pull away from the natural. Already killed 17 probes as Reynor is maybe just happy to kind of take it a little bit more slowly. I mean, this third base is under fire, right? Lurkers have that siege, and there's not really a reason to push this any faster. Just still shooting the Lurkers as well, firing away for the moment. And Tempest still overhead. I mean, Tempest count is genuinely good right now, and Reynor may have to take a few moments to stop and build up a few more Hydras, although apparently we just don't have detection for those Tempests. With a third base going down, it's extremely difficult to imagine. And I really mean extremely difficult to imagine that we're going to bounce back in this as MaxPax. 2 base Protoss, supply blocked as well. I mean, that's terribly painful. All Reynor has to do is, realistically, I mean, he's maxed out already, so probably just come across with this army, and we'll see how he does. He's getting the the lunge going as well, so we'll be able to get the Hydra's able to kind of jump on Tempest a bit more easily too, and that should be good enough for Reynor to max out and come across this map. Then she put a close on this game 2 and this series. Looking to move on through to top 3 of our little 4-player invitational today. Reynor spread to collapse into that third base position and the army that sits there with it. This is going to get there. A couple of Zealots will be getting taken away at, so they're going to get knocked down immediately. Reynor still gathering up. Corruptors, +3 melee, +1 carapace. Chitinous plating, continuing to produce. Some Corruptors coming up as well, which will only help against the units of MaxPax. Reynor giving MaxPax a little bit of time, but I think because he's genuinely making a much better army that MaxPax will struggle to do much about, and if MaxPax steps to a 4th, I think that's when Reynor probably is likely to pull the trigger to kind of do something about this. Like, it's okay to let him get back to 3 bases. Let him get a 4th, I'm intrigued, and if he does really let that kind of come truly online. Well, Wardre is building up as MaxPax tries to get an answer to some of the Corruptors that are coming through. +3 melee, +1 carapace coming about, +1 fly attack coming over. Just gonna see how Nex is still building. Battery on the way up. Ling Hydra Lurker on the bottom side settling in as well. A Storm hitting quite a few Zerglings. And more Storm and a few more Zerglings getting hit again, so again, a few shots coming about there. The Lurker still gathering up. Just going to be seeing the Hydras coming through too. As the Tempests hold that position. I mean, Reynor now is trying to figure out his attack on in. But Stasis initially going to slow you down. 50 more Corruptors coming through. The Lurkers are building. It's a lot of Corruptors, so obviously just replacing our units with a lot more kind of firepower here. Archon's going to shoot the hatchery, already in some trouble. Mothership overhead, as we do see the Wardre going to be activating and getting rid of that Overseer. So the Overseer goes down, the hatchery falls as well. The Lurker's already shooting through nicely. The Corruptors are going to make a dive in, and the Tempest already in some trouble, so the Tempest getting dove. Get rid of a couple of those. Good Storms. Reynor looking for the proper fight here. Like I say, Reynor had such an edge in this game. I believe it's still there when you look at the fact he's got 6k, 3k banked, right? So that doesn't mean he can just throw units away, though, because that's one way to expend your advantage without doing anything. So yeah, he's in an advantage, just needs to kind of take it slow and steady. I mean, this is the correct play because he's just slow pushing and getting rid of this base. He's max expanding behind it as well, so he's got good base counts. The run-bys are still doing absolutely nothing as well. Zealots are just kind of hitting dead ends. It's just a very patient way to play out this game that he was absolutely, in charge of. So, getting that in position, put him into a better and better place. The Zealot continue to go after a couple more drones. No Woody comment on the BM bases. I mean, he's winning the game. Is it really that BM? Like, Bill, if your opponent literally can't push off of his 4 bases, take bases wherever the hell you want to, man. Like, I wouldn't say it's VM. I wouldn't say it's that exciting either. I mean, this is a completely dominated game by Reynor, right? Like, so what's up, Raw Minodia? How you doing? Thank you so much for the 99-month resub. Appreciate it. Almost at the big 100. Hell yeah! Thank you so much. The problem is MaxPax trades out. He doesn't have the economy to rebuild at all, right? So it really does just land him in a bunch of trouble. Ultra still coming through, plus 2 missiles, and the Flyer Carapace coming up. Tempest and the Oracle still coming in as well. Okay, what's up, Vara coming in as well. 66-month resub. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much. Keeping it going. 5.5 years. Crazy stuff. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing great, and thank you for supporting. As we do have, obviously, this army of MaxPax kind of heading through the center. Is looking for an actual move out, and TLDR, MaxPax wants to win one big fight and then just go to the point where he's going to kill reinforcements as they spawn. That's why he wants to kind of fight on the map right now. So that's what Reynor's going to try and deny. He wants to try and pick away at this slowly and steadily, slowly rebuild with his bank. He does have 63 lava, by the way, so it doesn't necessarily even need to be a slow rebuild. This is exactly what the Vipers let you do, just chip away at that Protoss army, and, well, we have Ling Ultra that's going to hit these long-distance mining probes here, and hit this base in general. Storm coming down, the Tempest still gathering. Ourselves a couple of those voids lingering, figuring out what they would like to do. A couple of lurkers still taking some damage. These ultras have done a lot. 19 probes going down. They'll get dealt with, but Reynor can afford to throw a couple of ultras away, where it's just even less income available now for MaxPax. So it's a very good trade altogether here on the side of Reynor. Because you just have, again, MaxPax making this big shove. We talked about it. He just wants to try and jump in and find some success. More shots coming about. The Ling's going to get down to that bottom left side. I love just the counterattacks, right? It just keeps you so honest as MaxPax, and it really punishes you for being as committed as you are. We dive into these lurkers. Fungals came down. The Corruptors are going to back it up against the air units, but MaxPax just has no way to really fight this. New Ultras, Corruptors, all on the production tab following this. Reynor is going to win this game out. Did think this game was over a while ago. MaxPax stayed in it